Hi to everyone who's watching the record. Let me put this subject. Signs. Okay, my phone is about to fall down. Don't be bothered if I'm just gonna fall or you're just gonna fall off. Compatibility. So the subject for today is 5 signs of compatibility. Hello, welcome. Compatibility. Welcome all the girls who's joining. Welcome to English speaking account of Madame Mila Livchuk. So, okay, I don't have a stand. Just hold still. So, let me fix you. Yeah, I think you're fixed. Okay, so my name is Marina and I represent Mila Livchuk on English speaking account, and the subject for today, I pinned it, yes, good. The subject for today is 5 signs of compatibility. So we're continuing talking about relationship and about what kind of things we're going through during relationship, and 5 signs of compatibility. Actually, it's a good thing to know before you start a relationship, or you're already when you're in those relationships, so you can just evaluate your relationship at the moment and maybe do some adjustment in, of course, some gap areas, weak links that you want to fix. So what does it came from? It comes from like nowadays we have a lot of all those guess your compatibility with the astrology or tarot or some kind of external things, like we're gonna read the stars and your zodiac signs, and we're gonna confirm you compatible or not based on all those additional things, additional services, I would say. There's the truth in the astrology and tarot and all sort of kind of esoterical things out there. There's a really cool, it's a really cool subject, and there's a separate conversation about that. But sometimes we got too much into that, when you get okay, I'm not gonna move in with him together which actually is a bad idea. Okay, it's a bad example. Let me get a better one. I'm not gonna go for vacation with him if our star sign says no. I need to go to my tarot specialist before I make some kind of a decision in my relationship with him, which kind of becomes sometimes too much. You get too obsessed with all those esoterical things, something that is actually shouldn't be in your life all the time. You shouldn't make a decision based on that only. Basically, what you do with that, you just push out the responsibility for your relationship for some kind of external things. So you don't want to make a decision yourself, so you just do it. Okay, I'm just gonna go and have a conversation with the astrologist or numerologist. She's gonna tell me what to do because I don't want to decide, so this kind of turns into that. So, and there's the opposite actual thing, is to actually make a thought through decision, really, that you based on your feelings, on your logic. Yeah, female logic. Yeah, it's a funny thing, we know, but still, there's a really important thing that you actually you're falling. Don't fall. Don't move me. Okay, let me put so when you put actually some efforts into evaluating and analyzing what's your compatibility, what do you feel it's like, do you feel it at all? Sorry, let me put the sound off as well so it wouldn't bother any. So there's basically 5 main signs that we're gonna reveal in this video that actually tells you how compatible are you with your partner, with your spouse, your boyfriend, or whoever you are with. basically it's only about relationship, you know, so it's only about who we're gonna live together, who we're gonna share our lives and our space, and etc, etc. So first of all is tempers. Basically, you need to understand what kind of a temper do you have and what kind of a temper does your partner have. Because, you know, there's like 4 types, you know, according to psychology, but we're not going to go into that. You just check based on your feelings. Is he a short temper? Is he a long temper? Is he calm? Are you calm? Are you a short temper? Right? Like, how does it work? How the harmony works there? And it doesn't mean that you both have to be short temper. It doesn't mean that you have to be both calm and just like okay. It doesn't mean that you have to be he's gonna be like really short temper and being like really passionate, and you're just gonna be like okay, like I'm just gonna flow like my own path, that just be calm and relaxed all the time. That doesn't mean that all of these situations might work, you know. Okay, if he's really, really abusive and you're just being like this all the time, or vice versa, if you're being over the rainbow, like somewhere far away from the reality and being short tempered all the time, and he's all the time dealing with that, that might not work for him. That's his problem. I mean, both works both sides. It might be that for you, it's kind of okay that he has like a really short temper while you don't. But let's agree, like, probably not. It's probably not that really great when you get always yelled at, or impatient, or jealous, or something like, you know, some kind of influence like that. I would actually rather have said that sometimes men can go with some kind of a crazy, hysterical woman behavior just because, you know, like, yeah, she's a woman. She got her own spoiled moments. She's a little bit crazy. Yes, what to do, you know. So they willing to cope with that. Some of them. But for men to be short tempered when the woman is actually not, it might be a little bit abusive. But again, all the situation goes differently, right? So you need to have for you, like from inside. Does his temper suits you? Do you feel okay that he's short-tempered and he blows up really easily, really quickly, just like that? Is it okay for you or not? And if you want vice versa, if you want some fireworks, but he always calm, doesn't do like, you know, like a phlegmatic thing, like, and you get bored, you just got unattracted to him, you just feel like, what am I doing with this person anyways? Right, then it's probably not a good thing for you. Yes, there's like some Italian couples, they say, you know, when they always being short-tempered, both of them, and they hit the dishes, they yell at each other every day, they have fights every day, and they might work actually. They might actually be really, really compatible and feeling okay with that, because probably they both want this adrenaline, they both want this thing going on, even though they're fighting, even though they have a really stressful and a lot of struggles in their relationship. Remember, if you watched Desperate Housewives, and there was Gabriel Solis and Carlos Solis, they're both Mexican, really short temper, and they had fights like literally every day, and they gone through divorces and got back together, but they're actually really, really compatible. They actually love each other, and they have like really, really common things they're happening. And if they're couples, vice versa, they both really calm and they don't want this drama. They just be like, whatever, like I don't need it. I just wanna watch some TV, watch some movie, and have some popcorn, and not doing all this, like not doing all the drama thing. I let it be on the TV screen, all the drama, let it leave there, and they just gonna be super calm. And just having a relationship just like that. For some people, it might feel like boring, but for them, it's okay. For some people, the short-tempered people are gonna be like, "What are you doing? Are you crazy? You're destroying each other." No, they're not. They just live the life they want because that's what suits them. That's what they feel good with. So first is a temper. Second of all is the ability to talk and share with each other. We spoke about this subject on the previous time when, when why doesn't he want to talk? There's some problem like that. So let's dig into like several situations. What can it be on the manner of having a conversation with your partner? So basically, if you both having really chatty mouth and you just like to talk and you find subject to discuss and you actually like discussing like vast varieties, vast majority of things that have in life you can discuss with your partner. This is really great, like, so you have this all going on really smoothly, so you communicate with each other. You're talking, you're sharing, and you're listening. Don't forget to listen, because when you chatty, sometimes you're missing the ability to listen. No, you gotta listen to your partner, of course, as well. In a case when you don't speak a lot, just both of you, you don't communicate a lot, it might work for you again, because you're not chatty. You don't want to speak about this. You don't want to speak about that. But just remember, you have to have some kind of a communication, conversation in order to maintain and grow and develop your relationship, right? You cannot just be silent all the time and talk about weather and children issues and coronavirus memes, It's just not really healthy for your relationship. It's just going to bring the relationship down. So make sure that you're actually having some kind of a conversation outside the regular things, but something private for you. So you gotta have this communication, unless you're like really sensitive to each other and you can feel each other. But again, you have to like make sure that you do hear each other well and you can communicate on the verbal level as well. But there's a problem. Problems appeared when you want to talk more and he doesn't. Or vice versa, he wants to speak, he wants to talk, but you don't. You need to have your own private space. This is like really big thing when you're actually, when you want to concentrate, you want to read the book, you want to have a stroll in the park, you want to just sit next to each other, next to him, and not talking. Like, unverbal communication is also communication. You have to appreciate that. And for some people, it's much more important than the verbal one. But if you have like a partner who's chatting all the time next to you, this might be really, 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 really annoying. And vice versa, if you're really chatty, but your partner is actually close and he doesn't want to talk, he got annoyed by that. The maximum he can give you is just to listen to you sometimes, maybe all the time. And if it's okay for you, if you agree that he's gonna listen, you're just gonna talk, you're compatible. Okay. If it doesn't annoy any of you, you still have some, you can read some signs, what he's saying. Don't read, just ask him. I'm pretty sure you're gonna know how to speak to your partner. If you don't, watch the previous video from the last week when I told about the thing, what to do when he doesn't want to talk. Why doesn't he want to talk, and what to do with that, right? So make sure that on the verbal conversation level, you feel cool with them. You don't have anything like cold going on. You have everything developing in the right manner. You have enough of communication, verbal or not verbal, and you both feel satisfied with that situation. That means that you're compatible on this level, on the verbal. I say gerbil, but not gerbil. It's verbal. So, first is temper. Second is the conversational level. Conversation and sharing, right? Third is really important, is money. Money compatibility is like something that might bring you apart really, really hard. You have to check this point really in a really thorough manner, because nowadays we have got all the opportunities in the world, and we have all the types of relationship with money out there. It just and you need to understand if he's really save up person, or he's really generous. Like, any kind of treatment with money is really I lost my thought. Every manner of having a relationship with money is having their pros and cons. So for example, if he's really, really generous, this is really great, right? He's going to give you lots of gifts. He's going to be like giving money here and doing this and doing there and splurging anytime you want and giving you shopping and giving you like everything and, you know, maybe helping to some like orphanage or their family and stuff like that, and things like that. But the opposite of this thing is when actually hard times coming, for example, like Corona, it might be that he doesn't have any savings because he's actually spending it all for anything. Like, you know, he's generous, he's doing everything. And the other thing that basically, if he's really generous with you, he's probably generous with their friends. Maybe there's some girls around that he likes to do presents, you know, but they might be a potential mistresses for him, and they probably gonna have a tooth on him. They're probably gonna have a sight on him because he's really generous, you know, because they can milk him, and it's just perfect tool to have presents or some kind of and just money gifts or something like that. But on the other side, if he's not, if he's like stingy, he doesn't want to spend money more. If he like, you know, counting every dollar, every penny, every cent, every kopeck, everything, like. He's like, why did we spend on the toilet paper so much? Like, you know, this kind of a thing that might be annoying, and like, because like, why? And so like, and you like, can I have another dress? He's like, you have a lot of dresses. No, it's like an extra. You don't need to have it, you know. So and you just be mad at him, just like, why? To give me shopping? Why does he want to give me money? Why does he want to spoil me? And stuff like that. But on the other hand, that means that he's actually really caring with money. That probably in the situation like quarantine and Corona, when people are having struggles with work and something, people like these, they're usually okay because they have a lot of savings. They're saving up. Yeah, they might be stingy at one moment, but they're actually usually they're saving up for something big, for like rainy day or something like that. Like and you're safe. You always feel that you're safe. It's not gonna be like tomorrow you're gonna wake up and you're not gonna have any money because he just splurged and went to Vegas, you know, for one night thing, and he just spent all his money in a strip club or somewhere. This kind of person is not gonna do that. He will never go to Vegas in the first place because he doesn't believe in casinos, and it's just not suitable for him. So he's just gonna be and again, he's not gonna spoil the other girls or friends or any other. It's like really important to understand that if some friends feel that he's generous, they might just use his generosity, you know. That's not the rare thing when the person, like a rich person, has like a really big house or a really big apartment, something, and he's splurging money and just giving like that. But how many friends does he have? Most of them basically, they're just there because of him, because of his money, not because of him, exactly, because of his money, because of his generosity, because of his traits and his skills, because they know they can get something from him. But the stingy person, he's not gonna have fake friends. I mean, who's with him because of money? Because it's hard to get money for him. So he's gonna have like really real friends and really real surroundings, you know. So, and it both works for you as well. You might be a woman who doesn't wanna buy an extra thing, extra room in your apartment. You might be like, okay, I don't need another dress because I have already enough, you know. Usually women like that choosing like really, really quality, nice attire, nice clothes, but they don't really care how many of it's gonna be just gonna be really quality for a long time. They don't want to splurge. They don't want to be like, yeah, I'm just gonna buy 10 dresses for the season. No, they're gonna buy 2 dresses for 10 years, you know, because it's gonna be classy, it's gonna be expensive, it's gonna be good quality, and on the other side, you can be a really shopaholic who's like splurging money here and there, and just like treating friends and just like be, oh girls, that's just gonna be in my treat because my man is actually earning a lot of money. Okay, that's a compliment for him that he earns a lot of money, but it's not a reason for you to spend it. So you have to like find the common ground there. And you probably already guessed that if you're really splurging type and he's really stingy type, you're not gonna go together. Not completely. And the woman who's actually is really stingy and doesn't want her man to spend, and she wants like to save up and everything, she's not gonna get along with the man who's being generous, just like, yeah, we're living the last day on the earth, you know, so we're just gonna spend everything we have because why not? So this is not gonna work. This is not compatible at all. So you have to have like a common thing, you know, because like how can you share a credit? Like is it comfortable for you to have credit? Mortgage, are you having a mortgage? You doing that or not? What kind of education for your children you're seeing in the future? Because it's an investment, it's a really big investment, you know. Do you want to have a house in the suburbs, and where do you actually spending your vacation? Another thing for compatibility is actually how you spend the time. And you know, if you're always you want to always go to Maldives and everything, and he's really a suburb person, that might be like not a good thing for both of you. So check the money thing. Check the money thing. That's a prior thing. How do you treat those money? All right, so we got temper, we got communication, and we got the money, the attitude for money. The other thing, the important one, is the how the attitude for the family, but basically your future family, for the future size that you have. Like, not gonna stand for long here. Just basically, if you have the plan to have a family and you want to have like a long-term relationship, but he's just like, again, living one day, like living la vida loca, just being like crazy, like every day is the last day of your life. So probably, and he doesn't want to have any family, he doesn't want to get in any kind of commitments, he just want to have fun. No, it's not gonna work. And nowadays we have a completely common situation of vice versa that works on the other side, when the man is actually really ready, he just want to settle, he want to stay home, he want to have a family, but the girl is not ready to. She doesn't want to, she's not ready to, she wants to do it later. Maybe she's too young, or she just got through divorce, or some kind of a different reasons, but she just doesn't want to have any family at the moment. And if you have like different views, and one day you wake up at the bed and he's like, oh, I want to have a family, she's like, no, I want to go and travel and see the world and do some kind of other stuff, not gonna work. Or she's gonna be all this. So like a classic scenario when she's like, I want to have a family, and he's like, yeah, do you want a tequila shot? And you know, it's just sounds kind of ridiculous, you gotta agree, right? So make sure that you both have a really common views on the family values in the future, because it doesn't matter how you like each other at the moment, how you compatible on different levels. You might be in love, like extremely in love with each other, but if you have a different plans for your own life, because you know you have your own life, your how to say, your path, your passion, your life decisions, if it goes completely different ways, then it's better to cut it out at the moment, because at one point one of you is gonna feel that he's being struggled or trapped. So this is no compatibility. And the fifth one is sex. Our tempting subject there. So basically, you have to, like, it's not exactly how do you, not specifically if you're compatible in bad with the first month. It might be not like the first time. It's usually not the best one. Then you get used to each other, and then everything goes well. It's getting better. In sex, basically, it's like a training. It's like a physical exercise, something like that, right? And you can actually train something if you actually want to be with this person. But the other thing is actually, are you actually attracted to each other? Do you have this chemistry when you actually think that you want to do all these nasty, great, amazing things with this person, right? So you just feel it or you don't feel it. If you see him and you don't get, can I get naughty on this channel? Tingly down there, right? Or you like you're having like a 50. It's not happens to us. It doesn't happen with us girls on the first date necessarily. It might be second, third, fifth date or somewhere there, somewhere on the way. Just don't wait for too long. If you've been with a person, with a man for half a year or a year, and you still don't feel like you're attracted to him physically, that you don't want to do him, you don't want to have sex with him like right here at the moment, okay, this is a passionate moment, but if you feel that you do not want to have sex with this person, you just don't have it outside of sex. I mean it's exactly specifically outside of sex. I hope you're not torturing yourself and having a sex with a person you don't feel attracted to during sex. Because yeah, of course we all get like horny and turned on before having sex, like before all that thing happened, because there's some kind of things, because some kind of tricks, because there's a foreplay that he knows that you like, but if you don't want it and you don't initiate yourself once in a while at least, you don't want to have sex with him on the, like, when you just when you are on the outside of sex context, so you never feel this attraction and this sexual energy looking at him, thinking of him. Not a good idea, of course. But it's normal if it's okay if you don't have it for first several dates. Just don't get it too bad if you don't feel like having sex with this person, right? With men, it's usually quite they're simple on this manner. They just see the girl, they like her. If he doesn't want to do her, they're probably not going to have even a first date. So they're just going to be different places, different ways, different sides. Because if a man doesn't want this girl, and nothing's gonna happen, basically. A girl can want a man, she may be in love with a man, but nothing's gonna happen because it's not mutual. But as you remember, as it happens that when the man likes a girl, he makes a move, and then she chooses if she want to have to be with him or not. But if he doesn't do any moves to your side, that means he doesn't want you, right? For some people, it might be not the first sight. He might not fall in love with you and feeling turned down by you just by looking at yourself. For some sapiosexual people, this new fun word, sapiosexual, when you're actually attracted to the mind of the person sexually. You're sexually attracted to what he's thinking, what his values, and you got turned on by that. That happens with the men as well. It's mostly for women. We need to understand what kind of skills does he have, what kind of a logic, what kind of a mindset does he have, in order to understand if you want to continue with him and have something with him and develop this sexual attraction. But for men, it's mostly when they just got turned on by, not specifically boobs and asses. No, it might be the color of the eyes, it might be the color of the hair, might be the shape of the chin. It's different things, but they're really, really on the visual level. Some men really, they need to understand the woman's mind, and they communicate with her, and they're just like, I want to do her, you know. So, but in the first, it should be happening outside of bed, outside of you having conversation about sex, outside of any sexual context. If you never ever want this person, then you don't have this sexual compatibility. Then you're basically forcing yourself on each other. Yes, you can teach Kama Sutra, you can learn and teach, you can learn any some kind of a other lessons, other sex related things, related subjects. But if you do not, if you are not attracted to the other person, that means that you're not compatible. So, and basically, yes, these are the 5 things, 5 signs of compatibility. First, temper. Yeah, I remember. I thought I forgot. Temper, the communication skills, the attitude towards money, the family values and the family plans, and sex. This is the 5 signs. This is the 5 criteria. Five subject to discuss with the person, actually. Not to discuss, actually. Sorry, my bad. You don't have to discuss it. You have to just feel it in yourself. But again, it takes some courage. It takes some analytic skills. It takes some understanding of your feelings. And what that I start with is with this astrology, numerology, and other ology things, is that you can go and have a tarot card open in front of you and telling you the other stuff. But again, the ways that you actually evaluating your compatibility on this like logical and like, you know, sterile and really down to earth tools, this might be really important for you to develop your responsibility to actually not invite, how would I say that, how would I put it in words? So basically you're taking responsibility for your relationship on yourself. And as you know, you're 100% responsible for 50% of relationship that you have. There are two people. And if you push this responsibility on some kind of astrology, on any other kind of a thing, that might be this is unhealthy. You cannot do it all the time. Yeah, once in a while, just to check up some kind of a things and get inspired. Yeah, we do like this esoterical thing. But don't put any decision that you want to make on the deck of tarot that you have in your drawer. This is not healthy. So stay tuned, stay healthy, stay, how would I say, keep your relationship developed and amazing. And I hope you had fun on this live, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for being here. Bye bye.